What's up, YouTube? Just had some thoughts for you guys, and just wanted to share that with you. Before we get started, if you could just do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe, because this message may, help someone else that may be needing a little bit of help in their lives. But what I want to talk to you about is never giving up and persevering, right? All too often when we're faced with the obstacles in life, especially if they become overwhelming or they can be, daunting at least, like you're not sure which way to go or, how to handle certain things in your life, right? Our first, instinct is to give up, right? And sometimes the things that separates the most successful people and winners is the fact that you persevere. You keep going, no matter the struggle or the triumph or how many times you fail, right? I don't know if you guys know of an actor. Name is Danny DeVito, right? Been in a lot of good movies. He's paid for us older people. He was, the Penguin in Batman. He was in Matilda. Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's been in a lot of movies, so he was a household name. But anyway, he is not the typical. He wasn't the typical looks actor, right? So he didn't have the height. He didn't have the looks. He was, very short guy. Not classically attractive. And when he go into his audition, I think he went to and I may be quoting the number wrong, but I want to say 52 or more. It was some outrageous number. It might be even way higher than that. But he went to all these auditions, trying to break a role into Hollywood, and finally, it paid off, and he went on to become this huge star, like a household name. And I mean, he could have quit, after you go on. Think about it for us, like we put in 20, 30, 40 job applications, and you're not getting any headway. You're not making any headway. You're not getting anywhere. And you're like, man, what am I doing this for? The job market sucks. It's rigged. Everything's not working out for me. Things aren't going my way. And, you want to lean in to give up. But like I said I think in a previous video, man, you might be inches away from success. And everything can change in an instant. So I would encourage people to, continue to be consistent in what they're trying to accomplish. Especially some people like on a YouTube journey, they may not have that viral video, in the first 10 vids, 20 vids, however many vids they make. But it's all about consistency and perseverance, because you never know when that video breaks out and takes you to the next level. I remember a friend of mine. He's starting to become a very successful YouTuber. His name's J.R. Wisdom. If you want to check his channel, a lot of great videos on there. But anyway, he's been making videos for years and years. I mean, tons of videos. And all of a sudden, things just started to break for him. And if he had given up, in year one and year two, I mean, he wouldn't be experiencing the success he has right now, right? So it's all about continuing to, move forward and make those changes in your life, in spite of what you may be feeling to do, right? Sometimes life hits us with obstacles and hurdles, and, sometimes those hurdles can be right behind each other. And we're looking at those hurdles like they're never ending, right? But, those hurdles might be just part of a larger race. And, there may be an end if you just keep going. Sometimes we stumble, sometimes we fall, but the mark of a person who is a winner or successful is perseverance when others would give up. I mean, obviously, you got to be able to recognize, when you are throwing good money after bad, and be able to have wisdom, and when you're just not going in the right direction, right? So, I mean, I definitely want to caveat that. But sometimes, it can never be wrong to want more for your life, right? It can never be wrong to, if you're knocked down and you're at rock bottom, for you to just give up. It can never be wrong to be like, well, I'm just going to sit here and wallow in my misery and have a pity party, right? It can never be wrong to fix that, right? And sometimes, me being a Christian, so I have a little bit more, and I say this with, in all humbleness, sometimes I have a little bit more perseverance, because I believe that everything will work out in the end. And I would encourage everyone to, adopt a little bit of that. My Christian walk has helped me through a lot of the, dark places in my life. And it's because I believe that A, I was loved, B, that, trouble didn't last always, right? No matter what I was going through, eventually I would have an opportunity to look back at that in the future and say, okay, I had to go through that. It made me a better person. It made me adjust my behavior. It made me adjust, my earning potential. It made me, capitalize on, the tools that I had that I wasn't utilizing, right? And I think that, there's a verse in the Bible, I heard it. It was quoted by now a Super Bowl winner and MVP, Jalen Hurts. John 13:7. Was basically what Jesus replied. Jesus was washing the feet of his disciples. He's washing the feet, and they said, you may not understand what I'm doing now, but pretty much you will one day. And that is a reminder to us all that some things that God is doing, you may be so confused on why this is happening to you, or why this season is, why you're in the season of loss, right? But that's the thing about a season. A season doesn't last always. That's not your lot in life. Some seasons may be longer than others, right? But I think the most important part to a season ending, right, is being able to see your way through to the end, right? If you believe that the season of losing is your lot in life, and like I've heard so many people say, I just have bad luck, things don't never work out for me. The Bible always tells us that there's power, there's life and death in the power of the tongue, right? So you can speak misfortune in your life. Like, you might have a trial, right? You might be going through a little bit of trials in your life, and because you decide that trial defines you, and those particular situations are who you are, you'll continue to attract that to your life. You'll continue to bring that in your life because you spoke that over yourself, right? For example, for me, if I'm going through something, a little bit more traumatic, instead of me speaking ill will on my life, I take back and I just say, I thank God for the things I do have, right? This channel is not only just about, winning at the worldly things, but you also have to be spiritually right, because there are going to be challenges in your life that, materials can't solve, even though your education can't solve. But if you have a spiritual part of your life, and you do have that greater insight into the mysteries of the world, you can push through a lot of things that would break people. And I think that's the biggest thing that separates me. And like I said, I say with all humbleness, separates me from some people that may fall, because number one, I believe God doesn't owe me anything. So I don't come into a situation and say, well, I deserve this, I deserve that. The only thing God owes me is salvation, right? And, my life is what I make of it. If God decides to bless me in that life, then, I'm all the grateful for it. Now, because I believe that God doesn't want ill will for me, I believe that good things are mine to have. I don't think that, God wants anyone to be unhappy, or God wants anyone to lose everything all the time. Unfortunately, sometimes we have a season where we might lose a little bit, and then that just becomes our persona, and we own that, we live in that, and we let loss define who we are, right? Every one of us has probably experienced some form of loss, but you cannot let loss define you. Because there's going to be, you're going to lose things in life. You may lose loved ones, you may lose, the positions that you wanted, but it's not what you do. It's not loss that defines. It's what you do with loss that would define you, right? And also recognizing that you need to be grateful and enjoy the things that you have. Because, like I said, if loss does happen, then you need to be grateful for the things you have. Whether you have people in your life that love you, people in your life that care for you, and people that are really genuinely in your corner. You need to be appreciative of that, and enjoy those things, and tell those people that you're grateful for them before the chance comes that you don't, right? But just some of my thoughts today. I don't want to go too long into the video today. But I just wanted to share that message with you guys, anybody who's going through some things and maybe need a little bit more encouragement. Trouble doesn't last always. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for listening. Once again, this is Truth, and if you could like, share, and subscribe to the video, maybe you can help somebody out. Thank you.